Throne and Liberty is inherently a destined to fail game, and it has very little to do with the fact that people are calling it pay to win, which it is to a certain extent, but please allow me to explain why pay to win has nothing to do with the downfall of Throne and Liberty that is inevitably going to happen in a month or two. And that's not something I want to say. I have a little over 91 hours in the game since early access launch, and I can tell you I have enjoyed every single minute of it. I absolutely love this game, and I started playing World of Warcraft right when the Burning Crusade launched, and I haven't touched the War Within since Throne and Liberty came out. I am having that much fun. But that doesn't change the fact that this game is going to be a dead game. Let's address the pay-to-win aspect, because I feel like that is the most upfront reason that most people think that Throne and Liberty is going to fail, and allow me to say that I don't believe that is true. The pay-to-win features only widen a gap that is already developmentally built into the game that is going to make it fail. That being said, the developers completely have control over the lifespan of this game. They can either pull a Helldivers, or they can listen to the community, they can see the struggle, and they can continue to make a ton of money on their pay-to-win scale for years and years and years. This game can truly be an amazing success. And that developmental issue that I'm talking about that is written into the game is guilds. There's nothing wrong with guilds. Guilds are absolutely amazing. Building a sense of community in a game is what helps a game thrive. That's what's helped World of Warcraft thrive for many, many years, is the sense of community. A community so strong that even with all the drama we saw coming out around Blizzard, could not crash World of Warcraft completely and other Blizzard games like Overwatch. When it comes to pay to win, I can tell you leveling 1 through 50, never once did I feel like I needed to purchase something. Even the premium battle pass that you can purchase for 500 Lucent or right around $10 is not going to give you some serious advantage. The biggest advantage you have in there is getting about 3,000 Abyssal Contract Token points, which you can maybe get some better gear upgrades over other people from. What it really comes to on spending is the traits, the weapons, and the armor. Someone with an infinite bankroll, someone like Shroud, who doesn't have an infinite bankroll, but he can click that $100 package really a lot of times before ever noticing any impact to his well-being. Now, Shroud as an individual can spend as much money as he wants. He can get best in slot everything, best in slot traits, but if he happens to run across a group of 2 or 3 free-to-play but dedicated grinders, he's just going to die. He is going to fail. The pay to win in this game can be grinded for, at least most of it. Yes, you're going to have to put in a ton of hours, but if you want to get something in the game, you can grind for it. Anything that can be bought with Lucent, anything that can be swiped for, can be grinded for as well. It's just going to take longer. But the tiers are locked. We're not even accessible to the tier 2 gear and armor and weapons and all of that. So you can grind your best in slot everything. The pay to win is not what's going to crash this game. What's going to crash this game is every single server is going to have 70 people that own it, that run it. They are in the top guild, whether they are all spenders or whether they are all free-to-play players. The top guild with the most active players is going to run a server. Now, on a game where you have literally hundreds of thousands of people playing, but only handfuls of servers where each server is going to be dominated by a group of 70 people, you have a major issue, a major flaw in the development of the game when thinking about longevity. You cannot have your game completely controlled by one group of people, even if that's server to server. Now, the only way they can combat this is to make the guild rift stones, the guild objectives, these big, powerful points, the arch bosses or arc bosses that are coming out, which are only accessible if you have the strongest guild on the server. No strong guild on a server is going to allow a weaker guild or even a solo player God forbid you're a solo player in this game. My friend, you are screwed. You cannot play this game solo. You have to be in a guild, and furthermore, you are forced to be in a guild that is highly active. Even if you yourself swipe $1,000 every single month and grind for 50, 60 hours every single week, you will never, ever be even close to competing with a guild that is coherent and comprehensive and working together to not only do objectives, but to kill the world bosses, to unlock the arc bosses, and to hold the zones and win the castle sieges. It's just not going to happen. What this is going to do is it will cause each server independently to just start going void of players. It's going to be a big boom in the beginning when everybody's leveling, everybody's having fun, they're enjoying the content, they're not being prompted to buy something every second, and really anything they want to buy at max level they can put in the time and grind for. But you're going to start seeing people putting in hundreds and hundreds of hours into a game only to hit a wall if they are not one of those exclusive 70 members inside of a guild. Now, even if guild numbers increase, let's say guild numbers go up to 500 people in a guild, and let's say half of that guild is extremely active, you cannot have a game, even if you have 20 servers where you have 250 people that own and control every server. That means you have 5,000 people completely owning a game with the potential of hundreds of thousands of people enjoying it and playing it for years if this was not the case. People will find that out. People will get discouraged from all their swiping and all their grinding, and they will start falling off. They will start quitting. And I believe that's going to happen sooner or later. Unfortunately, I believe in the next month, the next 2 months, we're going to see this currently on top of Steam, on top of Twitch, on top of the world game, start to fall and start to decline. I welcome anyone who disagrees with me. I am not a closed-minded person, and I would love to have someone change my mind on this because, like I said, after almost 100 hours of playing the game in the last week, I am in love with it, and I do not want to see this happen.